Speaking in Bangladesh, the Prime Minister said that Sheikh Hasina had clamped down on terrorism despite being a woman. Well, social media is up in arms against the Prime Minister, saying his casual sexism actually reflects a deep-set patriarchal, some are even calling it a misogynist, some are saying it's a sexist mindset. But is it really? Was this just a casual slip of the tongue? Was it an innocent mistake? Or is it something far deeper?
A cordial meeting between two national leaders has sparked massive anger online over one single line in Prime Minister Modi's speech. On the final day of his Bangladesh tour, Prime Minister Narendra Modi attempted to compliment his counterpart Sheikh Hasina. Speaking at Dhaka University, Narendra Modi commended Hasina's effort in combating terror. And here's the remark that angered many.
मुझे खुशी की बात है कि बांग्लादेश के प्रधानमंत्री एक महिला होने के बावजूद भी डंके की चोट पर कह रही है कि टेररिज्म के संबंध में मेरा जीरो टॉलरेंस है.
But his praise seems to have backfired. The seemingly sexist overtone of his compliment has created a huge uproar in India. The hashtag "despite being a woman" was one of the top Twitter trends through the day, rapidly combated by the BJP, which flew to the Prime Minister's defense, with feminists, activists and politicians launching themselves at the Prime Minister's comment. The anger aggravated by the fact that PM, usually trigger-happy with selfies, chose not to take one with the host in Bangladesh. The question is there a misunderstanding, or should the Prime Minister clarify? Bureau Report, India Today.
A massive uproar over despite being a woman. Is this just an innocent mistake, or does it reflect a sexist mindset? I want to go across now on the Newsroom Showdown. Joining us is Meenakshi Lekhi, Member of Parliament of the Bharatiya Janata Party, and squaring off against her this evening is Priyanka Chaturvedi from the Congress Party. I want to go across first to Priyanka, because the Congress and several of your spokespersons on Twitter and on social media have taken umbrage to what the Prime Minister said. Now the BJP is saying, look at the import of what he was trying to say. He's actually trying to make a compliment towards the Bangladeshi Prime Minister. Why are you picking on his words? Is the Congress being unfair? Priyanka Chaturvedi.
No, this is absolutely ridiculous defense for the Prime Minister, simply because if you want to pay a compliment to the Prime Minister of a country, you do not need to bring her sex into it, or her being a female and it being more difficult for her. How does it become more difficult for the head of a country, whether she's a female or a male, to take a call on her country's relations or handling country's terrorism issues or economic issues? How does it become a woman versus man issue? This is what is something that we've been trying to point out and have been trying to say throughout the day, that considering she has been elected, and this is not the only lady Prime Minister Bangladesh has seen, we have even seen Khaleda Zia, you trying to bring in casual sexism into the entire debate was extremely unfortunate.
You're saying that this is casual sexism. Why bring Sheikh Hasina's sex or gender into this comment at all? So what if she's a woman? You've achieved so much, Meenakshi, despite being a woman, if we were to build on what the Prime Minister said.
No, despite being a woman is important in the sense in Southeast Asia, being a woman is not always easy. And being a woman, achieving, of course, women have achieved, and women achieve not because of many people, but despite many people, and that is what should go down. And that should go down because on one side you have cases like Malala, on the other side you have cases involving terrorism and things, and there is
no, but Meenakshi, but no one said about Malala that she took on the terrorists despite being a woman. Is this, are you not prepared to concede that this is at least an unfortunate comment by the Prime Minister? At the very least, a highly unfortunate comment by the Prime Minister.
No. I think Congress party is bereft of ideas on attacking BJP, and since they are duty bound to attack BJP, they will find faults where none exists. And they will find faults, especially considering the fact that A remark like this in Southeast Asia is not something which belies the statistics, which belies the truth, which we all need to face, and it also does not belie the fact that there are very many male leaders who, in spite of their activities all over, have failed to control terrorism. Now, on one side,
no, but the moment you say, Meenakshi, despite being a woman, it almost seems as the Prime Minister believes that being a woman is at some level a problem, or being a woman is not the same as being a man, and therefore enters into your vocabulary the phrase despite being a woman. Priyanka Chaturvedi, do you agree?
No, it's clearly a reflection of what Bharatiya Janata Party feels about women empowerment. You had a Prime Minister who spoke about women empowerment in all his election rallies, and in those rallies too he brought out comments like 50 crore girlfriend, Jersey cow, etc. So very clearly it's a reflection of his mindset and the mindset that exists in the Bharatiya Janata Party, because we all know where the mindset comes from. They are all trained under the RSS, and we know what RSS feels about women. We've heard several comments from Mohan Bhagwatji, Ashok Singhal and various senior leaders. Now, having come to the other point, while she reminds us about Malala, let me also remind her about people like Golda Meir. Let me remind her about Bandar Nayak in Sri Lanka. Let me remind her of Indira Gandhi from our country. Maybe they have forgotten such personalities who fought despite all odds.
Okay, you are bringing up the comment made by Narendra Modi at the time of the campaign when he targeted Shashi Tharoor's girlfriend, wife, now late wife, Sunanda Tharoor, by saying, "वाह क्या girlfriend है, आपने कभी देखी है 50 crore की girlfriend." So Priyanka Chaturvedi cites that comment to make the case that this is not a one-off. The Prime Minister has a series of such comments that he's made.
Now, do I remind Priyanka Chaturvedi of the comments? The first comment is about when the PM called for an end to discrimination between sons and daughters, launched Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao. Second comment by the PM when he said end female feticide, it is a terrible crisis. Third comment by the PM urged people of Jaipur to celebrate birth of girl child and plant 5 trees on each such occasion. Lata Mangeshkar lauded PM Modi's Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao. PM Modi requested Khap Panchayats to vow to end work towards Beti Bachao and Beti Padhao. 1.8 lakh accounts opened under Sukanya Smridhi scheme just in 2 months. Our head hangs in shame when we hear rape. Why do we never question our sons?
Those are very substantial interventions made by the Prime Minister, and if you look at what he's saying, he is trying to put the onus on men to try and prevent rape. Would you not say that those are substantial interventions? And Meenakshi charges the Congress with trying to make a mountain out of a molehill.
Can I make a point? Actions speak louder than words, and if you look at his actions, let's talk about the budgets that he's allocated for women empowerment, for women's safety. Let's talk about the rape crisis center budgets that he's cut down. Where we are talking about 365 rape crisis centers, they've brought it down to 1 per state. They've cut down budgets on women's rights. Let's talk about action. Let's not talk about mere words. We have heard enough and more words coming from the Prime Minister. But whenever we speak about action or policy decisions, he has been found seriously lacking. She might come up with various statements that the Prime Minister has said. I would also like to bring to her notice what happened to the action that various MPs had spoken out of turn as far as women's rights are concerned or women are concerned. We had zero action being taken. And let's also talk about Nihal Chand here. Nihal Chand has a lookout notice for him from Rajasthan Police. And we have a Prime Minister who still continues him in his Council of Ministers. So when we talk about action, when we talk about words, let's talk about action as well. They don't match up.
The India Today channel, we don't take sides. You've heard 2 very passionately argued points of view. Was this just an innocent slip of the tongue which rolled out wrong? Or does it reflect a far deeper sexist mindset? We leave it to you, our viewers, to decide where you stand on this big debate. For the time being, Meenakshi Lekhi and Priyanka Chaturvedi for joining us on the Newsroom Showdown this evening. Thank you very much.